Hello again, YouTube. I do apologize for the hiatus, the long break that I took. It's been since about, I don't know, September. I haven't looked at my last video uploads, but I do know that I started a whole new thing in September. So just to be completely transparent, I did do a career swap. So I have recently separated from the military, and you know, obviously that means I've entered the civilian workforce, and so my time has been completely like 100% devoted to that, just living by the principle of the one thing, making sure I take care of the most important thing. So because I left the military, I was careful as to what my expenditures were, and just in case the wind gets too strong, I apologize. I did not know today was going to be windy, but anyway, yeah, so because of unemployment and all that, I wanted to make sure I could actually survive, so I didn't put any money towards extracurriculars. It was all focused on bills and food and survivability in general. So now that I've got some stuff cleared up and things are on the right track, and I have to toss out a shout out to a friend who got me the job. So networking, what do you know? I thought I could do it alone, but networking helped out, and I'm happy for it. Anyway, because of this, I was able to get some critical things done that I've mentioned in previous videos with the truck. So if you guys remember, I mentioned that the suspension in the front was going pretty dang bad. So the death wobble, I'm not sure if the components that were on it before were completely from factory, because this is an 08 and I bought it in 2018, I want to say it was. And so I've just been riding around, and at first death wobble wasn't there, but over the past couple of years it's been worse. And if you guys recall my video or review, I believe I put it on Instagram, of the steering box, that tightened up the steering wheel a little bit, and the response kind of, but what I was an idiot about was pulling the center link out of the pitman arm, and I just completely destroyed the bushing for it. So that got worse, and then forgive me, I didn't do my homework and I didn't look up the name of all the components, but the end links and ball joints and all that, just like looking at the bushings, they were completely shot. So let me give you a look-see here, and hopefully you can hear me talking. But the gray bar right there, center link, so this is sitting on right there, but I completely destroyed the bushing on the old one that was on there. So yeah, that wasn't that good. But this bar right here, the black bar that you see running across, was also a complete disaster, and those bushings were also completely destroyed. And as you can see, those are way better. Thankfully, the U-joints are still good and all that, but I have a feeling also, because I have a 3-inch lift on here, the 3-inch lift had a little bit to do with it. So now, after a couple of days of driving it around, the steering is 100% better than what I thought. I remember my friend watching over the truck, and he always complained about the steering wheel, saying it was going to cause him to crash and whatnot. But there's no more play, so there's no wiggling the wheel randomly while driving. I can literally hold it straight and it'd be perfectly fine. And the second big update is I needed tires. So I bought the truck with 148,000 miles on it, and I put the BF Goodrich KO2s on it at about 150,000, and the truck is now sitting at 210. So this used to be a daily, but for the past couple of years, since I moved to North Carolina, it just kind of more sat than anything. This gets used to tow the trailer with the car in it to track events, and that's about it. So you guys are gonna hate me because I don't off-road this at all. I just kind of, you know, went with a boyhood dream. I had always wanted Mickey Thompson's on the Subaru for whatever reason, but I've just never actually done that. and now I've got other tires that I put on there, other ARC compounds. But for the truck, I decided to go with the Mickey Thompsons, and I just love being able to read that. And then if I can find it, yeah, right there, I love being able to see the logo there. But I went with the Mickey Thompson Baja Boss ATs, and they weren't the best in the market, but they weren't the worst. They were just kind of like middle ground. But you know, I more went for the name than anything, and obviously I can't complain about them. They're probably never going to be tested on a trail or anything, so for street driving they're perfectly fine. And I did get punked when I went in, and the worker that came to check the truck out, he asked if I had gotten in a higher or a larger profile tire, and unfortunately I had to say no. And I understand the wheel gap there is quite significant, and I'm not too much of a fan of it either, but it is what it is. And just to go along, just to, you know, compliment or, you know, defend my position in not going a higher sidewall, or a taller sidewall I should say, is just actually parking here, going full lock. It actually does rub a little bit, so I'll probably address that. I might do a little bit of trimming, but I highly doubt it. It doesn't go full lock all too often, and obviously I don't drive the truck all that much either. But yeah, so those are the two big updates. And then coming soon, hopefully, the shop is running some estimates for me right now, but the big decision that I'll have coming up is whether or not I want to do an OEM rebuild, maybe with slightly better internal components, or to go with a completely upgraded transmission. Nothing insane, you know, stage 1 or 2 maybe at max, none of the craziness, because the truck doesn't race, and when I do tow with it, it's nowhere even close to its maximum capability. With the car and the trailer, and then, you know, tools and other things that go with track days and weekends, maybe towing at max 8,000 pounds. So the stock transmission is perfectly fine for it, and it's gone 210,000 miles as far as I can tell. I don't know whether this transmission's ever been replaced, but it's definitely seen better days, and it's definitely been used, and so it's time for a refresh. But that's a decision I'll have to make. Maybe one day, you know, I'll get a fifth wheel or a gooseneck trailer, but that's years in the future. So, and when I'm able to afford one of those, I don't think a built transmission is going to be something that I'm worried about cost-wise. So, yep, just wanted to do a quick update on the stuff. So I've got a little bit of money that I can now put towards things, and the winter actually went by relatively fast. So track weekends are going to start up here hopefully shortly. I'll be able to get to those. I should have quite a bit more freedom to do as I choose to on my personal endeavor side, and yeah, we'll see. But I'll come up with a couple of update videos for you guys on the Subaru as to what needs to happen for that, because just a little spoiler alert, I think the engine is going to have to be rebuilt here shortly. But yep, there we go. I appreciate you all watching, and hopefully I'll have some pretty steady content, but I can't guarantee anything just because track events aren't all over they're all over the place, and none of them are really all that close to me. But that being said, I do have an idea for getting some